So I want to talk about my speculation whose real identity is in One Piece. And the reason why I want to talk about is before Who's Who in One Piece was the other captain over cats, and that captain you meet first time when Monkey D. Luffy recruits Usopp on the island, and they also get the boat to go and marry. There is a butler, some works for a girl that Usopp is some kind of in love with or really like. And that butler is obviously a secret pirate for some cat gang. And Who's Who is also a leader over a cat's feline, like tigers or small cats. And so yeah, so that is where I think is probably Who's Who is probably the same person as the captain long time ago before when they recruited Usopp. But you have to understand that just because a villain are extremely bad, also terrible or not strong at all, do not mean that that villain can be stronger later on in the story. You have lots of gap. You have to understand that lots of the characters Monkey D. Luffy have defeated maybe find a devil fruit, maybe learn how to use armament hockey, other different styles of hockey and conquerors hockey and all of this kind of thing. So that is just because there's some similarities, for example, with Who's clothes when he's not transformed to a saber-toothed cat. And okay, so I know. Since I say so many times, I know in the title of the chapter they say saber-toothed tiger. I know that, but yeah, I have a reason why I want to say saber-toothed cat, because for me this do not look like a tiger. So I'm gonna say saber-toothed cat. Okay. So the similarity is just the crew. Both of them have cats under them. People dress like cats, or some have like cats. And both of them have some kind of black clothing, similar to the butler and Who's Who. So it's some similarity, and you have to understand. Just because I don't think the thing down his back is on his helmet is his hair. I think you can. Lots of masks have hair on the mask, so you can. So he protects his identity. So I think that is the butler. That is the same person. Some is, but just the only difference is right now is because this butler is much more stronger now because of the ancient devil fruit. Ancient Suan devil fruit that he eat. There is a reason why he have much more power, I think. And obviously he say in the chapter when he talked with Jinbei, obviously Jinbei that we know that have not met the butler yet, because Jinbei was not recruited at that time. There was only the newest member was Usopp. So it was much later on. Jinbei was recruited in willing to have the time to join the Straw Hat Pirates. So that is the thing. So the guy he say that he have seen Jinbei when Jinbei was a member of the Warlord of the Sea. Other word for it is Shippuden, when he works under the world government. So we have that, and the other one is obviously, So there is a reason. But there's many different speculations. But the only one I can come up with is that Who's Who is the same person as the butler, because both of them works with cats, cat pirates. And there's a long gap since Monkey D. Luffy and Zoro and Nami meet that butler. The same for Usopp. So and there is, I think that is a, I think for personally, I think is very interesting with that is very interesting that if that is the case, if he is the same person, that's going to be very interesting because we will see for I think I don't know no yeah for the first time ever a formal villain in One Piece. We were gonna say it's much more stronger now. For example, same thing. I think, for example, maybe we will see NL again. My speculation for NL is probably that he will join the Blackbeard Pirates as his final member. But because when he joined the Blackbeard Pirates, he's much more stronger than he have learned everything that he was weak before. Then he learned to use his with Armored Hawk and this kind of thing. So this, I think that is the same person. It sounds maybe strange because when first time we meet the butler, when they recruit Usopp, obviously first was that the butler was really bad and he was easily take down on Monkey D. Luffy. He had some kind of claws, like it's sword claws. But there is something with that's ring a bell in some sense because of obviously because of his crew is very similar in style, and is one of the cats when Jinbei meet Husu in the room, you can see one of the cats looks very similar to one of the main cats of when they come and so on. So these two cats, yeah. So that is okay. So that is really what I think is that is the same person. Just the person is much more upgraded, and yeah, I don't know who else it can be, but that is probably the right person. There's one person that other people think, the problem with this person is that person is a female. This Husu is a man, but they have very similar shape of the hair. Like it's a woman that takes care of Monkey D. Luffy and Monkey D. Luffy and Ace and Sabo when they are young. They are like some kind of bandits. But the only reason why people think that can be the person is because they have the same shape of the hair, and both of them have the cigarette in the same place of the mouth when they smoke. But the problem there is first of all, is that person is a woman, Husu is a man. So that is totally out of the picture. The other one people think is the person that fight against Sanji when Sanji works on the boat as a cook. And it's the guy with like he have two I don't know the name of the weapon, but it's like two iron clubs. I don't know. So the only one I think is if this somebody is only totally, but that is I think absolutely that is Kubo. I think it's Kubo is the same person as Who, just some upgrade and all this kind of thing. I mean, it also works very well with the time gap because I don't know, maybe it was 5, 6, 10 years ago when they recruited Usopp, and that is similar to how long it was when the Husu talked with Jinbei. So that I think that works really well with that description. The only problem is that we only know the butler when Monkey D. Luffy come to the island, and the butler have a very long time work for the girl that Usopp as undercover as a butler, but we don't know anything before he come to the island, or if he was, and so that is the problem. We don't know when he so far have seen Jinbei. That is the only, I think the only bit different gap is when that he have seen Jinbei when he was a warlord, but there's probably many times different pirates have sea warlords, but the also that is a problem also. There is, I don't think, first of all, I don't really think that is very common for normal pirates to see a warlord of the sea. I think only reason when a pirate will see a warlord of the sea is if the world government have sent one of them to deal with some pirates, or so there have to be some. That is the problem there, because if Monkey D. Luffy defeat that person so easily, I don't think world government really gonna care and send any of their warlords to the sea, to that place. So he have to see that person, see Jinbei someplace else later on, after he was defeated on Monkey D. Luffy, and have been more stronger, so that he draws the world government's attention. So that is there is some problem that is maybe is not the butler, but if the person is not the butler, is who is not the butler that works that Usopp was when they recruit Usopp. Who else that can be? Both of them have cats under their command, and both of them have the same kind of clothes. The only difference is now that the Husu's clothes is always open, and you can see his chest tattoo, and the butler always has his closed. So you don't see if you have any tattoo at that time, chest tattoo. So that, I think that is I think is the problematic with all of this. But I still think I still gonna say I think it is the same person as the butler, but it can also be somebody else. But I absolutely do not know who else it can be beside, because you have to have somebody. We don't need to have to see that person, but maybe it's long before we only know that Jinbei was a warlord on the sea the same time as Ace was a new member of the Whitebeard Pirates, and so that time period. So you'll have that, but we don't know if. So that is also the gap is there. So if it's very much similar to it, it's a big possibility that is this case. That is the same person. The most clearest is obviously what I already say. With the cats is the most clearest. But I don't think we're gonna have one other person that was a leader of cats. Pirates. It's probably the same person. It's probably the Kubo. It's probably the same person as Husu. And he just have some kind of things that look like hair, but it's just his helmet. But if you take off the helmet, we're gonna see his true identity. That is just what I think. The other one is obviously the butlers works with some kind of hypnoser that can do hypnotic things. I don't know what happened to that person. So that person is out. Yeah, so you have all of them, and obviously there was two captains, Husu and Sasaki, but it works. But you have done the interesting thing here is also that all of the Topiropos, no of the members there have any tattoos or any symbols on their bodies or clothings that is from the Beast Pirate. Like for example, Queen have it tattoos. So that means the Topiropos is just higher guns for the Beast Pirates. That do not mean that they are maybe paid for be special force to the Beast Pirates, but they don't have any symbols that means that they are subordinates to the Beast Pirate. They just work for them. And the same thing, for example, when Queen, they also talk down to the Queen. That is the same thing. I think there's like a hierarchy. It's almost like, for example, they say that they will join. So they want to join the join the All Stars to take down Yamato together. I don't know. They just want to take down her, and they say after they have done that, they were gonna fight against. I think they want to fight against King, or the person that defeats King gonna take King's place as the newest member of the All Stars. Because personally, I think Who's Who is probably a better choice to take Jack's place as the newest member of the All Stars. Because in reality, saber-toothed cats always, not always, but they attack mammoths. So that is probably a very good choice, I think. But it's very interesting. Who's Who is a very interesting character for many reasons, and especially when you really think about it more and more, is that is that the same person as the butler, that probably the worst villain ever? Is that the same person? Have that person come up so high in rank under the time gap with the time? And okay, wait. I'm gonna see if I can find any more clue if that is the same person. Okay, we have. Is that same? Okay, wait, we're gonna look what we can find. Okay, how many years ago was it? Okay, so yeah. Sorry, so that is the butler. I'm just gonna try to find. I'm gonna try to find a book to show a picture on how the butler looks, and you always know if you read the manga, you know who's is, and he's the member of the Toporopos. I'm gonna see if I can find. Okay, it's not. Okay, we have. So, yeah, where is the chapter? Okay. Oh, sorry, but yeah, okay, here. Yeah. So first time you meet the butler is the chap in the manga is the book One Piece 5, this one, and so this here is he. Okay. So we're gonna see. You see, okay. So here is one of the cats that is under this person's command, and we're gonna see. We're gonna have. Okay. So this is the captain. So that is what I think is probably this is the same person as. Yeah, probably this captain is the same person as Who's Who, but just lots of difference upgrade. So you see, they are both. How can I say? They are both leaders of cats, cat pirates, and. Okay, when the time was that? So you have the chapter 5, gradual. Yeah, that's probably really everything I really want to say in this video. But my speculation of Who's Who's background is with the butler and all this kind of thing. Okay, so you here's also a very interesting thing. Wait. So they have a pirate ship. Yeah, as a captain. Yeah. Yeah, that's everything I really want to say. So that is what I just think. That's just my speculation. This is exactly the same person. We have to see on Friday, or if that will be a next chapter, that we will see some reveal of Who's Who's background, all this kind of thing. Hope you like it. Okay.